Dama, Thelvadam, they're all the same. Nothing more than power-hungry despots. Talking like that might get you gutted around here. Then my point is proven. They rule by fear. Even just rulers have their limits. Sali Nyon. He was a true leader. Who? Sali Nyon, the true hand, blessed by the Forerunners. He moved against Dama and sought to unite us under a single leader. And since I've never heard of this nation, I assume he failed. All I'm saying, brother, is that we must not follow simply because we are told to. You talk of following like a lowly grunt. We are at war, you fool. Orders are orders. I'd like you to understand that. The Arbiter is a soldier, just like you. He's not perfect. He is wise and brave. More than I can say for you. And so you won't listen? Your blind loyalty cannot be challenged? Is yours not blind? Mine is one charged by the gods. Nyon is in wait, biding his time for what will come next. Speak then. The Arbiter will have my sword, but you've grown my curiosity about this Nyon. Focus well, brother. His story isn't a common one. Sali Nyon was born in the concluding cycles of the 23rd Age of Doubt, on the frontier colony of Udalan. As a remarkable warrior and an impassioned believer, he excelled within the Covenant military, eventually joining the ranks of the Ministry of Fervent Intercession during the War of Annihilation. His prowess was such that he rose to the rank of Zealot Commander, even earning personal commendations from His High Holiness, the Prophet of Mercy himself, the eldest of the Old Triumvirate. Cycles later, when the old empire collapsed in the wake of the Great Schism, Sali returned to his keep on Udalan, biding his time as he waited for a sign from the gods. This sign came in the form of Dama, a leader who rose from anonymity. From the shadows of Hesderos, he vowed to restore the Covenant and finish what the prophets could not: eradicate the human blight from the universe. Thousands flocked to his banner as he seized the reins of a new Covenant order, one that had no need of the Sanchium. Like many, Nyon joined this upstart and followed him to the holy world of Requiem, the homeworld of the Didact himself. When this divine being woke from his long slumber, Dama was appointed his hand, and the Covenant and the warrior angels, the Prometheans, were made as one and followed the Didact in his quest to purge humanity. When the Divine One joined his kin in paradise, Dama took control of the Prometheans and took us back to Requiem to uncover its wonders. It was then that Sali Nyon began to see the mask slip. Dama not only lured the human vermin to the Didact's world, but he also countenanced the defilement of some of its most sacred places with their filthy presence. He even listened to the Council of Humans, one that he captured, and another, the mother of the demons herself. Worse still, he allowed Requiem, the holiest of sites, to be annihilated. Such a sacrilegious act could not be borne. By destroying the home of the divine, Dama had shown himself to be a false prophet, no, true hand of the Didact. The Forerunners had called upon Nyon to overthrow the apostate, lest the Covenant be lost forever. He rallied many like-minded followers from Dama's ranks, waiting for the opportune moment to strike. His chance came in the months following Requiem's destruction, when Dama and the human woman sought to lure the UNSC to a remote world in order to seize a sacred relic belonging to the Didact's divine consort, the Librarian. The true believers ambushed the humans and captured this artifact. With the Librarian's key in hand, Sali Nyon launched a holy rebellion against the Pretender and his followers to restore the Covenant to its purity. But for all their valor and zeal, and their enmity against Jewel, theirs was a lost cause. Through guile, or some manner of trickery, the Prometheans remained loyal to Umdama, and they swept through the forces of the True Hand like a wave, leaving only destruction behind. Worse, someone had betrayed them and stole the key and delivered it to the Pretender's followers. Before long, the last of their strongholds was burnt to ash, and soon enough, Sali Nyon was brought before the false hand in chains. However, Umdama did not grant him an honorable death. Instead, he held him prisoner aboard his flagship, the Song of Retribution, and subjected him to endless torture and interrogation, seeking to unearth those who remained loyal to him. Such a fate was unbecoming for a Sangheili to be bounded at the whim of others, but no matter how hard he was beaten, how much blood he lost, Sali Nyon's will never faltered, nor did his faith. Every day he would pray endlessly for deliverance and respite. His prayers would soon be answered. After weeks of interrogation, Nyon was transferred to the Breath of Annihilation, another of Umdama's lead ships. From there, Sali was freed by a spirit of vengeance sent by the gods. Though he had been defeated and shamed by the impostor, this spirit, Ayit Savi, assured him that the Divine had bestowed upon him and his rebellion new life, a chance to see the Pretender account for his sins, and gather those who believed the same. Aboard the Breath, there were many like-minded brothers who had grown weary of Umdama's arrogance and impiety. It had come time to restore authority among the faithful, and so the True Hand rallied them to his cause, and before long they stormed the Breath of Annihilation's deck, purifying the ship of the heretics. They eventually seized control of the ship in Jewel's vault of divine gifts, the storehouse of artifacts recovered from Requiem. With such treasures, Sali Nyon declared that a new covenant was at hand, one freed from the corruption of the Sangheilism and the foolishness of Jewel and Dama. A covenant that would finish what the old could not, eradicate the unclean and the impure. With the assault carrier in his possession, Nyon returned to Sangheili space and met Umdama head-on, clashing the Breath of Annihilation with the Song of Retribution. Though neither gained the upper hand, it was clear that Umdama's rule was numbered, and so it proved. Now, the false prophet is dead, cut down by human hands. What remains of his followers have gathered here on Sanghelios, in the crumbling city of Sunayon, their strength fast melting away. And all the while, the True Hand waits and bides his time. I have heard many rumors that he has already amassed a great following under his banner on Okalsupen, an abandoned Covenant fortress world. It is said that it contains sufficient assembly vats and feedstock, enough to rebuild an empire. Don't you see, brother? This battle on Sanghelios means nothing. This hollow covenant has already begun to crumble under its own weight. Even if Adam triumphs over them today, what then? We will become subservient to his human masters, and the faith of our people will be forgotten forever. Sali Nyon is the only one with the vision to bring the Sangheili together, under the aegis of the gods.